get me down again.
G'day guys, CallSign6 here. Welcome to today's video. Today I thought I'd go over some of the med kits and stuff like that I carry with me. As you would have seen in my last video, the belt setup. I'll leave a little card up here and go and check that out. But yeah, essentially I run, I keep a couple of med kits on me. So today I thought I'd just go through contents of those, why I carry the stuff that I do. Yeah, so let's get right into it. So the first kit is this operator IFAK here from TACMed Australia. So this is one that I keep on my belt at every game day, whether it's indoor, outdoor. This thing pretty much rides around with me 24/7. There's rarely a time where this isn't within arm's reach, essentially. So I just thought I'd go through some of the contents and just sort of show you guys what I keep in it. Again, this is stuff that I am trained in how to use, so if you are thinking about having a med kit, just make sure the stuff you're putting in it you are trained to use. If you do have anything extra that you aren't, make sure that there is somebody around who can use it. Essentially my thoughts on that. So on the side, I have the, I don't know how well you can see that, but I have the Soft-T wide tourniquet. This is a TCCC approved tourniquet, so the Tactical Casualty Care Committee approved tourniquet. These are really good, pretty easy to use, and again, as you saw in my last video, that's in a position where I can grab that at a moment's notice. It is just retained with a couple of elastic, or with an elastic band, so I can rip that off quite easily in an emergency. And like I said, the way that it sits on my belt is towards the front, so I can come back and grab it and use it if I have to. So let's just open up the contents of this. So the zipper's on the side, really good, and then it's got a Velcro sort of flap at the top. And as we open that up, it sort of shows the contents. So first up at the front, I have the OAS modular OAS bandage or emergency bandage. These are really good for obviously not packing wounds, but once you've packed a wound, just dressing large open wounds. These can be used in junctional sites to stop bleeding, stuff like that. So again, these are really, you can use these in a variety of situations, and again, good thing to sort of have on you, especially like I said, playing those outdoor games in the bush and blah blah blah. Now I also have in here, like I said, it's a pretty simple setup. I've got some S-rolled gauze, so this is for wound packing. So you know, in the very unlikely event that you've got a gunshot or a stab wound or something like that, these are really good for packing wounds, especially open wounds. So I keep that in there for that. I then have a twin pack of the Hyphen vent chest seals. Again, twin pack. You never know when you're gonna need them. Again, these are for sort of your open, your sucking chest wounds and stuff like that. Just whack these on and it has a drain. Yeah, so these are again just sort of your bleeding control. Also can bring on some other complications as well by using them, but it's better than losing all your blood. What else we got in here? Oh yeah, Tactical Casualty card. So this is really good. rubber band to put on the wrist of or the ankle of the patient. You know, fill out all your stuff on there, what you've done, what you've given. That's really good for when the ambulance comes. And for some reason I forgot to take the contents card out, so that's in there. I also have 2 of these black Talon gloves. I think these are a large size. It doesn't say, but these are by North American Rescue. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not a massive fan of the black gloves. Not being racist. I'm just not a massive fan of these ones in particular, purely because if you're doing a blood sweep or something like that, where you're feeling down the back of the patient and you can't visualize it, when you're checking for blood, you can't see it with these. That's why I use the blue nitrile gloves. They're just a bit better, but I have those in here. These are more so backups than anything else. I usually carry a little glove pouch just on me, or I'll keep them stuffed somewhere that I can access them easily. So that's pretty much the contents of that. Like I said, all that stuff is just for life-saving purposes, pretty much. You know, I use those in like a major emergency, got to stop the bleeding, that sort of thing. Now the next kit I'll move on to, after I have a sip of my sugar-free Monster. Oh, that's the stuff. Right, so the next kit that we're going to talk about, so this is my drop leg. I'm going to call it a boo-boo kit, but it's not really, it's more so just a bigger or more compact med kit, I guess. So the stuff that I keep in here is kind of secondary to all your other stuff. So through your March algorithm, obviously massive hemorrhage is your first point of that. Then everything else is kind of kept in here. So let's open this up. Now, bear with me, I do have stuff everywhere in here. So as you can see, this folds out. I keep some ibuprofen or Nurofen in here. It's an anti-inflammatory, so people can take that. Panadol, antipyretic, and also pain medication. People actually really underestimate Panadol to subdue a bit of pain, so must have. So that usually sits in my little plastic bag here, which is my boo-boo kit. Usually I've got alcohol wipes in here as well, but I've used them recently. So yeah, I keep alcohol wipes, band-aids, and some Savlon in here as well. Again, it's an antiseptic cream. Obviously any cuts and that sort of thing stops it from getting infected. Band-aids are good for, you know, everything. Right, so let's go to this first panel down the front here. So trauma shears, as you guys know, I carry one of these on my plate carrier. I also have trauma shears in another kit that I carry as well. And then obviously this is another backup pair, or I can give these to a bystander or someone else helping me, another medic. Yeah, so trauma shears, good. Sharpie, paramedic and a medic's best friend is the Sharpie. I keep a couple of these on various other bits of kit as well. A pen, again to fill out that tactical casualty card. Those blue nitrile gloves, again, can never have enough gloves, so they live in the front there. I have a conforming gauze bandage. These are, again, good for making, you can make slings, you can wrap dressings. You can pack wounds with these as a last resort, but yeah, so that's in there. Got some saline, again, just a bit of minor wound cleaning. The triangular bandage, again, really good for slings. I've seen videos of people wound packing with these as well. But again, very, very versatile. You can use these as a, you know, if you put a tourniquet on, for example, and you just need something a little bit extra. I've seen that done as well. So incident report notebook. So this is really good for taking any extra notes or stuff that you can't fit onto your casualty card, or if you've got more than one casualty, just basically copy the information that's on there into your little notebook. Again, and then you can figure out a smart way to attach it to the patient, or to hand off to the ambulance when they get there. So really important. Emergency blanket. Again, it's one of the biggest, the triad. Is it the triad of death or the triangle of death? So one of the biggest killers in trauma is hypothermia. So emergency space blanket is to help keep normothermia, basically, or keep the patient's core body temperature at a normal level. In trauma, it's noted that they usually go hypothermic, so they get too cold. So this will just help keep that up. And then just in the back here, I've just got a range of other dressings. Yeah, so that's all. That's pretty much in that part. Now moving up, so this bad boy here. Again, this is another emergency trauma dressing. Again, similar to what I have in my other kit there. Really good for junctional wound, yeah, stopping junctional wounds, or any other sort of major wounds that people have. Right. Now, next one. This one here, I think. So again, this forms part of our snakebite kit. So we've got some gauze, a triangular bandage in there as well. Again, just good for wrapping that, or putting, isolating those injuries. Again, triangular bandage can be used as a dressing wrap or whatever. And then we've got this big bad boy here. So this is actually a specifically made snakebite dressing. So these are to sort of help compress and keep the keep the gauze in place and that sort of thing. So these are made specifically for snakebite dressings. Again, go and do the first aid course. You'll learn this sort of stuff, and especially here in Australia, during summer we have a lot of snakes. Obviously, they come out in the warmer months. So yeah, especially if it's venomous, learn the different types of snake bites and all that good stuff. And go and do a CPR and all that sort of stuff. That's all really good stuff to know. So that's pretty much the contents of the kits, guys. So I'll pretty much wrap it up there. There's nothing really too much else to go over. Like I said, I do have other kits that I carry. So for milsims, I have a specialised airway kit that I take. I have a portable bag valve mask that I take as well. So they usually just live in my rucksack, and then if we go out on a patrol, I'll put them in my tactical flat pack that obviously expands out, so I can carry a set of OPAs and the BVM in the unlikely event that someone does have a cardiac arrest or a seizure or something like that. At least we're able to provide those early interventions for people. So that's just some of the extra kit that I carry. Like I said, going to milsims especially, when we could be a long way from help or a long way from any emergency services. I think the last one, the one we did in August out at Toowoomba, Jason, the organiser there, said that QAS can potentially take up to 20 minutes to get there, depending on where they're coming from. So, you know, having the ability to be able to provide those life-saving interventions early is obviously going to increase survivability for the patients. So yeah, guys, my kind of final thing is I recommend you guys, you know, whether you play GelSoft or just in general, I just recommend people go out, do a first aid course, learn CPR. Again, you don't have to go into a paramedics course or nothing like that, but just even a basic first aid course just to sort of learn how you can sort of provide help for those, for some people. Like I said, stuff as simple as snake bites, things like that. CPR, I highly recommend everyone learn CPR. Yeah, but if you have any questions about what I carry, why I carry it, leave it in the comments below, send me a DM on Instagram. More than happy to answer questions. Like I said, my kits are set up for what I'm trained to use. So I don't have anything here that I'm not trained on just yet, but obviously as my skills advance, obviously then I'll be adding stuff into this. But yeah, my recommendation for people, if you've only got a basic first aid kit, basic first aid certificate, and you're only trained in basic first aid, stock your kit to what you're trained for. Again, depending on what you're doing, where you're going, your kit will vary to this. This just kind of gives you an idea of what I carry. Yeah, again, just sort it out and set it up the way that you want it and what's easy for you. Like I said, I think it's really good. My teammates, I think, really appreciate the fact that I can provide, you know, even something as simple as a couple of band-aids or a little wound treatment, stuff like that, that sort of keeps the morale of the team up, especially on those big, long Milsim events where it could be raining and miserable and that sort of thing. Just little stuff like that helps keep the morale up. So thanks very much, guys. Thanks for tuning in, and we will see you guys next time.